All right, Black Friday Record Store Day 2024. Honestly, I looked at the list this year and saw nothing. Nothing. I guess I'm totally out of disconnected. There was really nothing. I didn't miss one thing for some reason when I looked at the list. Somebody pointed out, and that's okay. There's one thing. So here's my plan. I'm not getting up early. There's nothing to go stand in line for. I'm pretty sure the thing that I wanted would probably be at one of the 3 stores in my town. So we got up this morning as usual, regular time, walked the dog, yada, yada. And then I thought, let's go out to eat. So let's go grab some breakfast. And then the thought was we could go to this one store, one breakfast place on one side of town, which is like 2 minutes from the record store that I always go to for Record Store Day, anticipating that they would be done with the festivities because they're the ones that they go in 20 at a time and make you go around. Figuring there probably wasn't as big of a turnout. Even they figured that they'd probably be done by 9:30 or so. But I'm like, well, let's do this. Let's go to this other place we go to breakfast periodically, and it's literally 2 doors down from one of the record stores that I've never been to on Record Store Day, but I have gone to for leftovers on Record Store Day. And I said, let's do that. I don't know what time they open. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's a free-for-all. I don't know if they open early. If they still open at 10, we'll be done eating breakfast by that time. So we went there. And we got there, and it was probably a few minutes after 8, and the open sign was on. So I'm like, okay, they opened early. I went inside. There was probably 10 people in line and maybe 3 or 4 in the store. So it wasn't as packed. It's a small store, so that's all the people it takes to be pretty packed. You have to squeeze around people. And literally, they had the store set up. So I walked in. A guy met me at the door and said, it's Record Store Day. I'm like, I'm aware. And he showed me a diagram of the store, and he showed me how they set up the record store releases because they just have them laying on top of other records, and they have stacks of them. And he said A through whatever, they're in alphabetical order. So I knew that the one I wanted was going to be on the farthest corner of the store. And he said, what are you looking for? And I told him, he said, yeah, we still have some of those back there. So I picked up the Van Halen Live in Dallas. So Van Halen V was at the far back of the corner. I had to get through and go through all these people. And so I'm like, fine. And I went back there, and sure enough, I was a little worried about this store because this store's clientele tend to be people like me. They tend to be an older age group. In general, I see people coming there that are young. But I know that the store I go to most frequently is a much bigger store, and they have album release parties at midnight for all of the modern pop people. That's Taylor Swift's, the people that I don't even know. And there's a lot of young people that go there. And when I go to Record Store Day there's a lot of young people there, teenagers, and there are some people like me. So I know that the competition is not as bad, but could be. So I said, well, let's go to this other store. We'll take a chance. If they don't have it, I'll call the other one and go there. And they had it. So I picked it up. So I was able to grab it, get out, and go eat. And I was done. And I had what I wanted. And I went ahead and looked back through all the stuff that came out. And I'm just like, nothing. There's nothing here that appeals to me. This is a 1991 concert that they recorded. It was free in front of like 50,000 people. It's on double red vinyl, even though it's only a 3-side with the 4th-side etched. I have listened to this. It sounds great. It just sounds perfect. I mean, it's not bootleggy or nothing. It's a really good. It sounds like the album with barely any crowd noise. It's really, really good performance. So, again, double record, 3 sides, and did that. Now, as I'm in line, there's 5 or 6 people. They're moving kind of slow. My wife is in the store somewhere. She's back there. I thought she might have left already, but she's back in the back looking at the newly received used items. So I'm in line. I'm about the next person coming up. She texts me. She says, look back here. And so I looked back there, and she held this up because she knows I like rat. And so I did this. I said, turn it around. So she flipped it around because I wanted to see what color the back was. Now, the reason being is because I have this album. This is the original, one of the original ones I think I bought back in the day with the original Time Coast black and white picture. And then, of course, a year or 2 later when the band became popular, they re-released it with the color. Now, there is a version out there that has, I believe, a bonus track. It might be the CD. And I didn't even think about it. I just saw that it was color, and I thought I'll take a chance because she's looking in the bin, which everything is like $7. I thought they have a copy of that for $7. Because as I'm checking out, I'm walking by boxes and I'm flipping through some of their rare records, and they had a copy of Out of the Cellar for $25. I'm like, it's not I don't know. I don't see that as a $25 album. So when she showed me this, I thought, how much do they want for it? But I'm like, she's in the boxes in the back, which right above the box is $7. So I thought, yeah, bring it up. Well, she didn't see my text. She didn't understand when I did this. So she turned around and I'm like, ugh. So I went ahead and checked out, and then I went back there. I picked it up, checked it out. It was in great condition. You know, the cover has like a split seam, but other than that, the cover looks really nice. And I thought, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get it. It's nostalgic to have. Realizing that obviously this edition with this color cover is the one in the box set. So I really didn't need it. I kept this because it was not the same as the box set. Now I got this. Honestly, now, in frustration, now, in the past month, all the albums have been reissued individually. I could have avoided the box set. I could have kept my OG press of Out of the Cellar and Reach for the Sky and all the ones that I had. The only one I needed was the Detonation album, and now it's available individually. I could have avoided the box set, but I did. I bought it. Didn't really need this. But anyway, it was fun. I'm like, I'm just going to get that, grab that, got back in line. The line was dead by then. And I got out and we went and ate breakfast. But yeah, so I picked up the Van Halen. And I, you know, like I say, I guess my tastes are so limited that nothing else appealed to me. So that's all I did. What did you do? Was there anything you wanted that you didn't get? Or anything that you're hoping to go get scraps of? That's it for my record store day. Thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.